All right. We are back after, what was it, 4 months from our last session?
Close to it.
Yeah, 4 months.
3.
Uh,
No, 3.
August to
Only 3.
November.
That's 3 months.
September, October, November. 3.5.
3 months. Okay.
Well, no,
No, 3 months.
no, it's
Yeah,
exactly
okay.
3 months
That's
because it was the
right.
11th
8
of
to 11.
August
That's
to
right.
10th
That's
of
right.
November.
Anyways, welcome back for those that are watching on VOD or watching stream. We have a lot to catch up on. um, the party has leveled up from the last session, so everyone has gotten some improvements to their classes and possibly a couple new spells for people. I don't remember if level 6 has any spells for folks. I think Belto might have a few because he's multi-classed.
I no.
No? Does anyone have any?
That would have been if I was full level 6. I would have had tier 3 spells.
Gotcha. Well, you do have now a passive perception of what, 20 now?
Passive perception of 20 because I took the skill expert feat, got proficiency in perception, and made that my expertise as well.
Gosh dang it, dude.
And because my wisdom went from 17 to 18, that's +4 base. So +4, +3, +3. Just wait till our other stuff goes up. Anyways.
Any other improvements or feats, additional things that people have that they want to share?
Well, as I said earlier, I've got my aura of protection, so on saving throws, anyone within, I think it's a 10-foot radius of me gets a 10 feet, 10-foot radius of me gets a +4 to their saving throw.
Very nice.
And
that is just
off his charisma bonus.
And that's just a passive, so it's not like something I have to cast. It's just a standard passive.
Very nice. So I gotta get more creative now with some of these encounters and setups.
Well, we've only had 4 or 5 encounters since I joined.
Yeah, I mean we had the one right at the start before you joined in the pub, but then we had a couple.
You guys,
we had a couple.
The orcs in Hinkdale.
Then
and the only fights that I have been involved in.
I can count 7 encounters that you've been involved. 8 encounters that you've been involved with.
Purple Worm fight, the Mercantillery, the Dryad,
the initial fight,
the cart merchant that turned into an encounter where you had to give up your shield.
That wasn't combat.
Still an encounter.
I said combat encounters.
I mean, let's be honest. The Pokemon music would have descended and gone.
the weird little tree thing in the swamp.
Yeah.
You had the encounter with the Duragar.
That's a 5.
Okay.
Yep.
Rigo.
3 years, 5 fights.
So what you're saying is you want to fight more.
6.
Essentially.
Hey.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that
Maybe.
happens.
We'll see.
Built for utility.
Well, to
do we need another 2 levels?
you all have quite a ways to get there for the next 2 levels.
Yeah.
Anyways, to recap where we've been, the party were spending some time in Sleepy Cub, or at least that's kind of the end, and there's a couple other things that were around it. This after they had gone to the Stonebreaker Ironworks, where they fought off some Dwagar and found some interesting things in the forge down there. Taking some pointers from Bietress, they made their way up to Sleepy Cub to try to get some more information. Also trying to share a little bit more details with Elfrost of what's going on and some of the urgency that might need to be dispatched because of what the party found. While they were in Sleepy Cub, they managed to run across one of Julian's kind there, and Julian and Brunswick managed to kind of catch up, and Julian has some interesting backstory stuff to pull out of his back pocket if he so needs it. I also found your other name when I was going through my notes.
Yes.
Which we'll see if that ever comes out. But when the party woke up the next morning, they found that the blacksmith's house and building were on fire. The party, after putting out the fire, found a necromancy lair underground within the forge of the blacksmith. He claims to have very little knowledge of the necromancy specific stuff there and was only using materials in a couple of barrels that he found down there. Bietress interrogated the barkeep for any additional information, which turned up little results. The party managed to find her on top of one of the trees, a little bit outside of the Sleepy Cub, trying to convey a message and get a response back from Elfrost more quickly. After that, the party decided to make their way back to Beatrice's camp, where the party started noticing some of the elemental effects of some of just kind of random gusts of wind, water kind of just floating everywhere, start to die down a little bit over the watchful night. So now it is morning. It is a chilly, kind of overcast morning as Nymphis and Wolric were taking the last watch, and the rest of you all wake up. So, what would you all like to do to start off the morning, if anything? Okay, good talk.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Silas
man,
will
get back in
go
the swing of
feed
it.
Gerald. I'm gonna go feed Gerald.
Okay.
Because I missed him.
Get back in the swing of it, guys. Let's get back in the swing of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Acting.
Gerald is my
Okay, real quick.
priority.
All right, open the gate. There's Gerald out there, all lying on the ground once he sees you. Stands up and is anticipating the morning scratches and feed.
Yeah.
Nymphis
content
closes
now.
the book. Nymphis closes the book, and he's like, "That's new information. I think I've learned something out of this." And he goes to look at Wolric, because we're both up doing the last watch anyway, right?
Yeah, so
He goes,
Warwick was doing
so
the watch,
like-
and you were trying to rummage through any memory that you had of necromancy mentions in your mother's works or anything that you came across.
Mhm.
You didn't find anything in the books, or nothing remind you, so you were drafting a letter that you weren't going to send quite yet to your mother, but you had drafted a letter and started kind of sketching up some other things before the rest of the party woke up.
All right. And that would, now I'll look at Wolric and be like, breakfast?
Breakfast.
And he'll start getting everything set up real quick to feed the group
Okay,
as everyone starts to wake up.
very well. As you all slowly make your way up and out of the cave, for those that are maybe foraging for breakfast or just kind of making your initial rounds, Belto, you notice that some of the elemental effects have died down as well with your recent improvement to your passive perception. And I don't think
Paranoia is paying off.
I don't. The sense I got was Nymphis or Wilric didn't really relay that to the group yet, but you take notice of it in the morning as you're kind of looking around. It's like this feels a little different, and you notice that some of the randomness of the elemental effects nearby has significantly subsided.
We would have said something as soon as people start waking up.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I asked you all what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I started waking up. We started breakfast till someone else started waking up.
It's been a while. We're rusty.
Well, Julian was already awake at this point.
So you would have already known.
I would have already known.
No.
Yes, indeed. Oh, apparently not.
No.
No, I'm
Well,
sorry.
well,
You're right. No,
well,
you're
yeah.
the one that first told Wilric. No, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about
Right.
to say I got a perception that says seems less.
You're right. You're right. Sorry.
Yes.
You're right. So it was just Silas and Belto that I didn't know.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's all good, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does.
You guys notice how calm it is out there now?
I'm outside the
point-
cave, right, with
As you
Gerald?
mention it,
The little
At this point,
Yeah, just
Julian's just
outside the gated area of the cave.
gate. Okay.
Still kind of within the protective
Julian's gonna
veil
s-
areas, but
silently
yeah,
wander
just
off.
outside.
Okay.
Julian's going to silently wander off. Not far, but just wanders out.
stay
I'm
nearby.
gonna see him walk by and be like, "Where are you
Yeah,
going?"
as in, like, He will stay. He will stay within eyesight, but he'll just.
Oh,
wander
okay.
off.
Okay. All right. As you all start to make breakfast, Julian, what are you doing wandering around outside?
It's quite clear that Julian is wanting privacy. Can smell the food, does want food, but won't come and get it.
He does want food, but won't come and get it.
Yeah, well, the Julian is hungry, but he was not going to come and get food.
Yet.
Okay.
You know, Nymphis is going to come with the plate. You know he's going to come chase you with the plate.
I feel like Nimbus
Always
is
a
just gonna
given.
float by like this. Dennis!
Exactly. That's exactly. I was reading my mind. I was actually going to do that. I got a new
I
ability.
pictured
now.
it so well.
I have the ability. I can do it now. Just let the genie float over the tray.
I guess it all depends how the food comes across.
Yeah, after getting their plate and everything ready, Nymphis will see that Julian is not coming over, and he'll grab a plate and rest it on the side, and then he'll just like, you'll see his legs kind of like disappear a little bit and like become like a wisp as he starts to float off over to Julian. And he comes down. Julian won't probably see him until he like lands coming down in front of him.
Do I
Like,
see this? Do
brought
I
you-
see Nymphis floating by? 'Cause he's coming right outside the gate,
Yeah,
right?
you would definitely see Nymphis coming by because you would have to open the. Yeah, you would see Nymphis floating by.
But do I see Nymphis?
How
He's coming
how
towards
far
you, so-
away? How far away would you be trying to go to find privacy?
No more than 50 feet.
Okay, so I'd say with relative ease, Nymphis would probably be able to find you.
Okay.
Unless you're trying to hide.
I'm not
Okay.
trying to hide. I'm making it clear that I just basically almost want to be left alone in a way.
So you would be able to find Julian, yes, Nymphis.
Yes.
Julian, I brought this, and then I'll place it down and hover away. Nothing said.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
no, perfect. That's
Yeah, nothing
cool.
said. Understand how he works.
Gerald, did you see that? I'm just gonna stare at Nymphis floating by.
He starts floating like
I'm
this
just gonna
now.
rub my eyes and be like, am I still
Yeah.
asleep?
His hands are going to be like this, floating off now. Looking more like a ghost than anything. Spirit.
Gerald just kind of dismisses it. Just at this point, Gerald's not uncommon to.
Gerald's seen it all.
Nymphis is-
He's no longer phased by your bullshit.
Yeah, basically.
Basically. An hour or so.
Let's try harder.
An hour or so passes by, and you all are done with breakfast. But there's no sign of Bietress at this point. The woods, while a lot of the elemental stuff has faded, seems to kind of just rustle with casual wind that's brought in from the natural weather, not the chaotic elemental weather.
You do remember where we last left her in that tree, right? Like,
I
she was
think she
waiting for
left-
a
No,
letter.
she came back with you all.
Okay, she came back with
Yeah,
us.
you all went back
And
to
then
her
she left
camp.
She
again.
made
waited
sure
a
that
half
we
an
got
hour.
back and then she left.
She went back. As you assume that she went back up to her
To
huts
like,
in
house
the
thing.
in the trees. But no sign of her for at least an hour after you've had breakfast.
Xylith, did you want to send a letter out still?
I think so. If you don't
If
need
we got
this
time, we can
right now.
send. Yeah,
All right.
I always need things, but we can do it now.
All right. So I'll hand Nymphis a little rolled up parchment and tie it to Nyx's leg.
Okay.
And I'll give Nyx a pat.
And where's this going again?
It's going to Histrin.
Nix, you remember that, right?
Gives
give
a
him the
confident
nods.
nod. Yep. Nick's gives a confident nod, And off Nix
I'll
goes.
feed him something. I'll feed him something first for make sure his stomach is full before he heads off. Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'll watch him go, and then I'll ask Nymphis. I'll be like, I think I should tell everyone that I'm trying to contact Histrin because I don't want there to be any questions if Nyx returns with a letter from her. I want them to know what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
So I'll go back in. I know Julian's still outside, but I'll go back in. I'll tell Wilric and Belto about
Child has
that.
gained the power of self-respect. Sword comes out.
Azabuku!
I'll just tell Belto and Wilric, I'll be like, can you guys sit down for a second? I need to tell you guys something. And I will go ahead and reiterate the dream that I had from Histrin trying to contact me, and that I really felt strongly that I needed to write something to Histrin to see if this is something I need to look into. And I'll say that Nymphis helped me contact her. I just sent her a letter. And I feel like I need to know if this is something that I need to look further into or not. Maybe it's just my head playing games with me, but I just need to know.
Question for you. Do you depict that it was a few days ago? Or do you leave that out to make it imply that it was last night that the dream happened?
It wasn't... No, it was like a few days ago that I had this dream, right? At this point,
Yes.
yeah.
That's why I'm saying, are you telling our characters that it was a few days ago, which would line up with when Belto got the vision from Torm and such?
Yeah, no, I will say that. I will say it was a few days ago, but I didn't send off the letter until now because I wanted to make sure we were in a safe place first and all that. So, I'll tell them, I just sent Nyx off with the letter to Histrin, so I hope I hear back from her.
Hopefully so, though, especially considering all the other visions and dreams that we had, that most of our group had that night, it's concerning that you chose to hold on to that information for as long as you did, but you have your reasons. Thank you for coming clean and sharing that with us.
I do have my reasons, and I didn't want to worry everybody, especially with everything that we've experienced in the last few days, but I felt like I needed to tell you guys because now I've gone ahead and tried to send off something to her. And if she does respond, I may have to take it further from there.
Well, let's see whether Nitz gets back first or the messages back from Elfrost to Bietress.
It's a
He
race.
cracks a small but nervous smile at that.
Towards the end of the story, Julian comes back in with the plate.
Okay.
And
Because I was going to go out and tell Julian.
Only towards the end, so you didn't hear all of it, but towards the end of the story, Julian will come back in, lie down near the group, but not next to you.
That is...
Yeah, I can hear someone's fan.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
Oh, it's gone now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Julian will lie down near you, but not next to you.
Near who? Sorry.
So Julian did just
Oh,
near to where you were.
Okay.
Near you guys,
okay.
but not next to.
And I'll kind of... So you heard kind of the ending of...
Just the ending about something to do with like what comes back first, Bietress or Nyx. That's basically all Julian has.
I'll kind of just go sit next to Julian and I'll just give him a summary of what I told everybody and tell him that I wanted you guys to know. I know I won't expect a response from Julian, but I want to make sure that he knows too.
Julian will make eye contact and just give a kind of like a sniff, just like to be like,
acknowledge.
Okay.
Kind of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Um,
I just want to add this in here since it's been so long since we've had the session. At this point, well, actually, no. I'm gonna have everyone except Julian roll a history check.
History.
Okay. Dump stat. Here we go.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
negative
okay.
3.
Well, someone's going to remember.
I got a 9.
Bobby might have,
All right.
but I don't.
Wilrick.
know
The most
for
whimsical
sure.
thing is it goes against my character.
Yep.
Wilrick.
Oh, hey.
Lorcan's like,
At the mention of Xylith saying he had a dream as well that night, you recall that Julian is the only one who, out of the group, hasn't divulged a dream that he had. And everyone else came forward with their dream, but Julian deflected whether or not he had a dream that night.
Well, when Ghost was when Xylith was telling us, I was more agitated when listening because I picked up on that. Obviously, when it was going on, so I'm just gonna look to Julian, then cast message to Belto,
telepathy.
and blah.
Here's the funny part. Bobby/Belto knew before the history check. I was theorizing that this was the case, and that's also why I specifically stated most of the rest of the group when I was saying that to Xylith earlier.
That's fair. If you recalled before I said it, then that's good on
I
you.
did.
That's good on you.
Yep. But
So yes, what's your
see
message,
how much that's on.
Wilrick? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Cheese.
Sorry.
Cheese.
Excuse me. You're ruining my spotlight. Cheese. No.
Cheese.
Cheese.
The song in his head the entire
Again.
time.
Oh god, I thought I got rid of that.
It comes to a point again where people aren't being fully honest. And I think Julian is also holding something back if Xylith only just told us about his dream.
I've been theorizing that for the past couple days, considering how dodgy everyone was during the meeting, and considering Tom talked to me about Julian. I presume that there was something to him as well, but that's for Julian to disclose.
I'm just gonna nod and glance at Belter. I'll be right back.
In his head. You're
Is
right.
that in character? I mean, because that was interesting. There's like,
We're
there's
sorry,
like-
the number you've
walked out
been
again.
talking to has been disconnected. Minutes reached. Anyways,
I can put it on the BRB screen so he can come back.
no, it's fine. I think that was basically it for that anyways.
Yeah.
Nimbus will, I guess. Is there silence among us for a moment as we're just sitting there? Because he will definitely break the ice.
It sounds like it. Sounds like
Yeah.
That
Wilrick said something, and everyone's just sitting there awkwardly, like,
Well,
okay.
Wilrick used message to privately message Belto.
Yeah.
oh, that's right. I forgot
that
about
was that was
That-
done.
that wasn't-
that.
telepathically.
That's right. I forgot.
So yeah, so while he's doing the message,
Oh, no,
there's like
down.
this little silence. Nimbus will start saying, I've been reading through these necromantic books, and I think something popped out in the books. And maybe I can actually do this, but I think there's like a remove curse spell that they kind of lightly went over in the books, and I think I can maybe be able to do that. And that's out of character. That's a new thing I picked up for leveling up. So
I'm so lost.
I know it's a higher tier
But
magic that some clerics are able to do.
Sounds like you've got level 3 magic. Huh?
Memphis reading and leveled up. Yeah.
Kind of goes along with the territory, doesn't it?
Skyrim.
So yeah, he'll be like, so maybe I could probably experiment more on these tools or weapons inside, where, but it's been stressing me a lot this past few nights. Those curses seem to be, and Nymphis will just come out and say that some of those weapons are corrupting the area that he's in, and it's affecting him slightly a little bit. So he'll let you guys know. But I've been reading about it, and I've been trying to get some stuff done in the shadows. I didn't want to bother you guys. I know you guys are worried about everything else, like the world is being destroyed by weird mana at the moment, and everyone seems tense. But that's what I've been dealing with, and I didn't want to bother you, so sorry if I was withholding that kind of information as well. But since Xylith is sharing a little bit as well.
Are you okay? Like, did anything happen with them?
I've repositioned them so they would not corrupt anything else that they touch. So far, no, but yeah. The voices are strong. I mean, yeah, the voices are strong.
What are they saying to you?
Jeez.
Cheese, double burger, cheeseburger,
To number 9.
Number
5 extra
9.
large.
Sorry, I derailed.
slaughter you all, things like that,
Would you like to split the burden, perhaps? Part of my
Share the load.
Load. Yeah, here we go.
part of my clerical duties are in regards to stealing one's mind against such intrusions, especially and corruptions.
I got this. I like I said, I've managed so far to hold it at bay and been studying up on it in my free time. We can get through this. I can get through this.
But you mentioned how it's corrupting things. If it starts corrupting you, it could corrupt your perception and prevent you from realizing that you've been corrupted.
I've already moved them so they're not corrupting much of anything. I've been studying, I've been watching it a couple of days, and the corruption that was there kind of stopped. So whatever I did is kind of working. I wouldn't say that just yet. It's not spreading further.
It's still a concern if it's present in your area.
We're gonna fix it. I got it. I've already studied on this in this book in the necromancy. I found a spell that might work. We'll find out, and if things, I'll let you know. I'll keep you informed.
Okay.
How's breakfast? Julian, you're good? You want another plate? Are you still hungry?
Julian will look at you and just shake his head.
Yes or no? Is it?
No, right, no, shake. Shake.
Shake, not nod.
Yes? More plates? Food?
Food. Okay.
Food.
Well, that is concerning, considering I was tempted to attempt to use the shield should we not receive response back from Elfrost, or if they tell us to go back down into the Stonebreaker Ironworks. Yes, we need to prevent those weapons from falling back into the Durgar and other evil hands, but if we're just carrying them on us, considering the Durgar tracked us all the way to that little village.
Are you sure they tracked us? Or was it like more of a
It was the Durgar that
coincidence?
set the house on fire, according to Julian's tracking.
Yeah, but I'm saying that they were doing business before we arrived. So for them to be discovered in that area, it was more like a coincidence that they'll come back to the town and blame somebody here, the only person that probably knew about them.
But the fact that we didn't know there was a connection beforehand.
Yeah,
didn't
they
know
were.
that all that encountered us. So unless
I
it
feel
was
like they were
coincidence-
just covering their bases because they didn't want to any loose ends, and the only person that they did business with out there was that guy.
I vouch for us leaving, thinking that we were the targets of the Duragar to try to draw the fire away. That's why we left. Maybe we should have stayed. Maybe something happened, and now he's losing himself a little bit.
Well, Memphis has also been thinking about this, so he pulls out his notebook and everything like that and tries to show you the lineup that he was thinking. It was just a coincidence that we came to this, and the only person that they're connected to that. I've been up all night worrying about this kind of stuff a little bit. Well, not all night, but this is what's been roaming through the head. Plus the other stuff over here. It's just been so much. And yeah, he'll show you the line and the connection that he thought. His theory. It's a game theory.
Imagine the meme picture with all the red lines and the crazy guy.
The book line, and it's all circled here. Magic broken. Why? Rat shard? Rat shard? What is it? Who is it?
Admittedly, considering
Bubble guy?
Tony's warning,
Do you think we
What
should
is
go back?
bubble gum?
I was tempted to try to see if the shield could be used or the other weaponry at all, and be a guinea pig, to the point where if we were to do such a thing, I would want you all to, if I were to lose my mind to the object, especially knowing that you are practicing on figuring out a way to remove curse, perhaps if we were to experiment, if we are not to immediately turn the weapons over to the Elfrost, maybe we can use these weapons that were forged for evil against their creators.
Hmm.
It would be risky, but I'd be willing to risk stealing myself knowing you all could stop me and remove any effects potentially.
Yeah, can I insight Bobby?
Are we all together, by the way? I
Yes.
ran off and
Did
came
you say
back.
me or Belto?
Yes,
Yeah, the Belto. Can I insight Belto?
yes, you all are inside
Sure.
the cave.
My +2, sir.
But what is it that you're trying to read from him?
All right, so I got a 16 on the die, plus the 2, so it's a 18. I'm trying to read why you're trying to sacrifice yourself a little bit, like more.
He's going to sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
not
18
me,
was the
not
modifier with that?
Hermione. It's you. Was that?
You said the 18 after the modifier?
Yeah.
So based off of the stories that he's told you about his past, he is like, he would want to make sure that the gifts are used to prevent others from coming to harm, even if that means coming to harm himself. Like, it's not the healthiest mindset, but that's the mindset he has had for most of the time that you've been alongside him. He's the one willing to put himself in danger to prevent anyone else from being in danger.
Okay.
But just like how when we were down in that necromancy basement, when others were going through, he was like reaching out to try to stop people, and he wanted to like reach out to help, but was so terrified of the extreme damage that he saw like happen to Wilrick and such. That's the only reason why he didn't jump into it himself, was because if he went down, he knew he couldn't help anyone else at that point.
And that's the kind of mindset Memphis has at the moment when he says this. He's like, he'll go, if you take the curse upon yourself and get succumbed by it, there's none of us can help you. If one of us do it, you can help them. So it makes more sense for you not to do it. Yes,
don't
I
have
understand
the
that your
mental
mind
power
is-
to remove curses, like you're claiming that you're reaching the capability of.
I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. So you have to give me time.
Exactly.
What about me?
Have to plan ahead and theorize.
Kinda.
Do you have that capability?
No. But I have an inkling I could find more about these cursed items. Something after getting that pendant. I just feel like I could probably get more information out of these cursed items now more than ever. If you give me one of them, we could test something out probably now.
What does everybody else think of this idea?
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Can we help him if it goes wrong?
It's better me than Delta.
Worst comes to worst, we incapacitate him, and then I heal him after we remove the object.
Okay. Are you sure about this, Wilrick?
That was the plan for... I have practiced stealing my mind against such things. Have you?
I feel like I can do this.
I'm sorry, out of game, like my mind went back to Ulrich screaming like crazy once we passed. yeah, he steals his mind one time.
Yeah.
Tied up going,
Metagame. Metagame. I did protect myself on multiple occasions than all of you didn't.
we don't know
You
that.
are proficient in this.
Hence why I said meta. But we're not going to go through that.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's great. Serious face.
I mean, I do still have concerns about that pendant, considering what happened when you found that piece in your pocket after your vision. But you seem sound of mind.
I'm okay with the plan if other people are. I won't do it if people are more concerned.
I think we're gonna be concerned regardless.
Either way, we're not doing it now, but trying to figure out what our options could be going forward, depending on if or when or what the messages from Elfrost our instructions are to be. We might be instructed to bring them to the gates to have them turned over so they can secure the items. Maybe we are to investigate further to see if there's any more. If we are to investigate further and we are to go back into what Tom said is one of the most dangerous places on this world, we might need to use every resource we have available to us. That is why I'm considering it.
In that case, I'll alright, let me try something. Nymphis, can I have a look at that ring you said was getting corrupted a bit?
My ring?
Is it the ring that you stored? I'll just take your hand and cast Identify.
On my ring?
Yeah, because I'll be able to... Once I'll be able to go learn any ongoing spells that is currently affecting Nymphis or the ring.
So his ring is a pocket dimension. I don't think Identify would cross dimensions in that way.
But what wasn't it affecting Nymphis as a result, partially?
You learn its properties and how to use them.
The bottom line.
How about I just...
You'd only be able to get a sense of the ring itself.
Okay.
This is another use of the Identify spell.
Yeah, because I think that is the case because of it being a pocket dimension. Dust is correct, because if you were to try to identify a bag of holding, you wouldn't identify all of the contents of it. You would just identify the bag of holding as a bag of holding.
Oh.
Based off the wording of the spell.
Me big dumb. My
Hey,
bad.
you tried it.
Nope, that was a clever
You
idea.
tried
Dude.
it.
So you want to you still want to do it though?
Well, I said I was going to do it anyway, so
Alright.
I might as well carry through with my choice. I'll cast Identify and focus on the ring.
Okay.
Oh, community day has started for me.
Oh yay, that's right. It is it's 2:00 where you are.
Yay.
Um. Yeah. So you cast Identify and you sense that it's a ring. You get a sense of it has some other kind of magical effect to it. That's probably how Nymphis is able to go into it and come out of it. Other than that, there's no other effects that you can glean off of the ring itself.
Yeah, that's fine.
During this whole time, did Nymphis seem like he wanted Wilrick to cast Identify? Like, was Nymphis okay with that happening?
He was shook a little bit and he wasn't willing at first.
Okay.
I was gonna say it would have taken a minute for the spell to go off, 11 minutes if it was a ritual cast.
Oh no, I used my spell slot.
So
Nymphis was not okay with that. Effectively, would you what you'd say?
It's more of like he trusts you guys and everything. It's just the uncertainty of what.
Okay.
It's just like
you were a lot more
Julian
reserved about it.
yeah. Well,
Julian will let out a growl, like a small growl, but Julian will let out a growl at saying that.
from saying what part B.
From saying Wilrick use Identify on
Are you
your
growling towards
And seeing your
Nymphis or
reaction.
towards Wilrick?
ring. Growling towards Wilrick. It's a very small growl, but it's audible.
He's mad at you.
I'll just sigh and back off.
You still could cast it.
You could-
You
But
still-
at this point,
No.
I'll say
No.
Wilrick has reached out to touch the ring.
Yeah.
Nymphis
Oh, yeah,
was kind of
yeah,
reluctant
yeah,
at
yeah,
first,
so-
and
Yeah.
I'll say as Nymphis was reluctant, you kind of let out the growl, and
Yes. Yeah.
for
You still
flavor,
cast it,
like
it's fine.
Wilrick kind of just dismissed it and still touched the ring to Identify.
That's fine. Yep. That's fine.
No, that's resolved.
So what you learn?
Not much.
Maybe we need to actually. It has to be the item itself.
Usually, though, it would. I mean, it would probably be less risky than trying to attune to the item, considering they were, as Bietress said, possessed magical items, based off of the depictions that you guys found in the book down in the works.
Where is Beatrice? Beatrice.
Beatrice.
Hopefully, just waiting on the message.
Beatrice.
Hi, everyone.
As far as the morning, you have not seen or heard of her.
Every time I go looking for her, something weird happens in that area.
Didn't she say she would see us in the morning?
She did. I'm not going to be the one to find her this time. I feel she's probably had enough of me stumbling upon her secrets.
You've stumbled upon her secrets?
More like she wasn't happy me being in the area.
Would you allow an insight
Yes.
roll to see if that is a deflection or a lie, Geo?
Ooh,
Insight
shiny
check.
monkey already.
Nice.
If Geo allows it.
I mean, you can insight.
I read an
You
insight.
can insight check.
I
whatever.
incited you.
You can insight check.
Yes,
whenever.
but I give you permission to do so. Like, I don't want to do that without permission from the player as well.
Do it. Go ahead.
All right, here goes my +7. Let's see how bad this goes. 24.
Oh, nice.
Fails.
Do I roll a deception?
Yeah.
That depends on
You-
you.
you-
Is it a lie? Is it a deflection?
That 20. Ow.
All right.
can actually think I can actually get my camera to. Let me see it.
Well, no,
Okay,
it's
hold on.
To show us nothing
No.
because of the
Fucking
Yeah,
hold on. I have to do the
green
thing in the
screen.
back.
It doesn't recognize the dice
trust
of the
you.
person.
Trust you.
Anyways,
Trust you.
it's fine. It's all good, man.
So
It's
what's your
hilarious that you
total?
passed that.
It would still be for deception 21, but
21.
at 20.
But I mean, it's a nat 20, so I believe so far we've ruled with
Yeah,
auto
my
succeed.
first shiny marker.
He's. It seems like he's mostly trustworthy,
You missed
but there is something. Well, because the nat 20 only is for attack rolls, right? That's for criticals.
Generally, but so far as we have been playing it, the way it has been in the past has
I haven't
been
done that
auto
for every.
success.
I haven't done that for every roll.
Okay,
Oh, really?
I misunderstood.
It is what it is.
While they're doing
Alright.
that, I'm just gonna go scooch over and sit next to Julian.
I thought you were already scooting over and sitting.
Julian was
I was
laying
sitting
down
next
next
to you
to-
first.
Um,
Yeah, he was
Well,
kind of
Julian
laying
came to
down
lay
because he
down,
came in
yeah.
You
after.
scooted over to recap the story, scooted back, and now scoot back over.
So Belto, let's say that like
Scoot, scoot,
it seems like Nifis is kind of being his playful self of like,
Yep.
this is what I meant, but there might be something that he's not quite telling you. You get a small suspicion in the back of your mind that there's something.
An inkling.
Inkling.
As long as you don't intrude on them to cause any trouble for us. As long as you're... And especially considering you're saying that you wanted to be more respectful. That's good.
The curious Nymphis.
So, perhaps, if
I'm growing?
just before sunset, if Bietress doesn't come to check on us, maybe we explore around to see about more foraging and such. Yes, we just resupplied on rations, but I don't know.
Do you think Bietress is okay though?
How much was relayed to Xylith and Belto regarding what happened at the tree?
almost nothing.
Oh, you mean about me?
Yeah,
About Beatrice at the tree. Yes, that incident was also a thing, but
The Keyleth moment,
there
yes.
was not much at all.
Hmm. I could do it.
No, there wasn't anything. Nothing I've got in details that shows that anything was related.
I
that
don't
was
think
related.
they're. Yeah.
No,
I
I'm,
listened to two
As far as you all know, they
Mischief.
went out to go find Beatrice and brought Beatrice back.
Yeah, and they came back, and Nymphus for some reason seemed a little bit shaken.
More just bruised and beaten.
Die.
I'm saying
Yeah,
it more
I
so
think
like
it's just a summarization of
I
another
died.
message got sent to Elfrost, but no word back even after.
oh, because
that,
she
so
did say
it
she
was
would meet
presumed
us
that-
in the morning. That's why I'm like, it's morning time, and she still hasn't shown up.
Hmm.
Well,
Fucking
the first morning that she showed up, most of us weren't done resting, so maybe she's just making sure we have our time to do so.
I guess so. We'll just give her more time, maybe. But I'm gonna keep Beatrice in the
She's to
back
be
of my
on her
mind.
own after all.
DM, the location we're at, we are in a cave area, right?
Yes.
And how
A
high?
gated cave area.
A gated cave area. Okay, so if we were to
There's a
step
gate.
outside, out into the open, outside of the cave, how high is this hill or mountain or whatever we're on the side of?
It's about 30 feet up to probably the kind of next clearing area. So it's part of the same cliff range, more or less, that you all scaled to get to the Stonebreaker Ironworks. You all just went a little bit further northeast before you started crawling up to where there was a little bit easier footholds to get up to where you were going.
Less of a sheer incline.
Yes.
Ah,
Mhm.
so
Well, so certainly enough that I can wander off and not fall off a cliff.
yeah,
With
I
that
asked
guy.
because I'm probably going to fly up there after we get a moment of just waiting. And I'm just going to go up and just directly go that way and
Hello.
then just look around. I whisked away.
Okay.
You sent nits off, right? How are you going to navigate with your levitation?
I can actually fly now without.
Wonderful.
Yeah. It's not using a spell anymore. I can actually just do it.
Okay, so you go up to the top of the cliff area of where this cave is built into, and you take a look out. Are you just looking around? Or are you just looking for a place to be?
I'm looking for. I would like to do perception to look to see if there's either any movements in the distance, any weird phenomenon out above us or around us, or anything like that. I'm just gonna look around to pick up information on what's around us while we wait for Bietress to arrive. And if I happen to see anything,
So go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay.
On this
Did I
forest
roll?
path,
Oh, I
you
don't
see
have-
3 cloaked figures coming towards you.
You're right. 14 plus perception plus 2. I don't have my nick, so it's just straight up that. So,
16?
Yeah, 16.
Okay. You're not the cliff top where you are right above the cave doesn't quite meet the canopy of the trees, but you are high enough to where you can actually see where Beatrice's hut is and the bridges that extend from there. There is some smoke seeming to emanate from her, what you kind of consider as her home, the place that she has been camping out here. So it's a good indication that she's probably okay and still there.
Okay, white smoke or black smoke?
Black smoke.
Ooh.
And it's not a lot. Like you would get the sense that it's probably just like cooking breakfast or something like that. It's a low amount of smoke. It's chimney smoke.
Okay.
So that's in the forest direction.
I've read a book about camping. I know the difference between smokes.
You look off into the distance, kind of towards Sleepy Cub. There's a bit more cliff edge and kind of mountainous stuff that would go up, so you don't really get a sense of anything that's into the mountain range. But kind of looking in the direction of Sleepy Cub, you kind of see the trail that you all took to get there and took back. So a little bit more there. If looking out towards the south, you see a lot of the elemental effects that were kind of starting to die down in the area. Still off in the distance a little bit, still kind of acting up. But you kind of get the sense that the sphere of effect for this elemental effect seems to almost be diminishing in a way. And you can't tell specifically if it's changed or not, but it seems, as you kind of look out to see some kind of zone of the effect seems to have been shrinking in a way.
I will find a spot to land on that's still up high and everything, but I'll just like perch down on it, and I'll take my book out to try to like sketch a little bit of the aura of the event. And I'm just going to take notes a little bit, and then also mark down the distance between here and Bietress's place, and the fire, smoke, and all the extra details that you've given me, and then I'll sit there for a while.
Okay.
Just look out.
About how long would you be sitting up there?
We're not in any rush for anything eventful just yet, so it will bypass my 10 minutes of flight, so that's why I'll be sitting there somewhere, and then I'll just wait there for a while longer. I would say about maybe a couple hours.
Okay.
Just chilling.
I would say about after an hour, you see Bietress come out of the hut and start climbing down the ladder.
Now, if I could see her, she could probably see me, right?
Let me check.
Depends on
No, she's a blind
As
fool.
far as you can tell, she basically just went out the door and started going down the ladder without trying to check her surroundings or anything.
Okay. Note to self, Bietress is very reckless. Does not check anything around herself. Sloppy.
Yes, because we've been doing perception checks every time we've exited this little hovel that we're in.
We gotta keep on our
Speaking
toes.
of which, I'm stationed at the door watching outward since I saw Nymphus go out and go up, so I'm just gonna wait outside to...
Yeah, we gotta keep on our toes. Nymphus is trying to do his best. Okay. And then when he sees that she's coming down, then he'll you said there's a pathway that comes down still.
You saw the pathway that you all took to get to Sleepy Cub and come back. You'd probably have to explore a little bit to see if there's a easy way down that's just not rock climbing down this rock face.
Nymphus jumps off the cliff.
My goodness.
Only 30 feet.
Only 30 feet. No, wait. I didn't finish. He catches himself with his flight thing. So.
Because he has 10 total minutes.
Oh,
He used all 10 minutes. He only
Yes.
used a minute or two to get up.
Mm-hmm.
And he can turn that on and off.
Okay.
at will. That's his racial ability.
That's great.
I'll allow it. Swan dive!
I'm a genie. Yeah. So, can I say
Oh
that?
dear,
when
Tom, I'm gonna have to heal him. Okay, he's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, you see Nymphus just go down and then like Mission Impossible. or that or
Rest of
hero
him on his heart
or
again.
hero landing. Or
We're gonna give
superhero
Belto a
landing.
heart attack.
That's the theme.
I'd be like, Bietress is coming. Like I just
Okay.
T-pose, float myself back upwards, and land it like, aha!
Almost like there's an invisible pool that you just dove into.
Yeah. Splish.
Okay.
Becoming more genie-like as I go.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath. Ba-da-da-dum.
Genie.
About 10 minutes later, Bietress walks up to your all's little hole in the wall. Y'all see her walking up in the distance.
I say sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. You should be checking your surroundings as soon as you leave your hut.
Huh?
Yeah, I saw you didn't look.
Well, good morning to you too.
Oh, you must have nice.
I trust you all slept well for the night.
Very decent late last night. Yes. Any word back from Elfrost yet?
No, and I'm starting to get annoyed that I still haven't heard anything. If I don't hear anything by tomorrow morning, I'm not sure what the right decision to do. Do I need to go to Elfrost to see what's going on and assume that communications are not working, or do we go back in and try to learn more about the Duergar and the forge? Still mulling that one over.
Well,
Considering Torm himself, in a vision to me a few nights ago, said that this is one of the most dangerous places in the world down there. I'm hesitant to go back in, but if we don't receive any missives from Elfrost, we're considering seeing if it's possible to utilize those magical weapons against their creators in any way. If we can experiment first to see if it's possible.
I don't know who this Torm person is that you speak of, but I think there's...
The deity that gives me my powers.
Ah, I see. Well, this is the biggest find that I've come across while I've been out here. It's worth studying, although I agree with you, the perils of going back in there are certainly unknown, and it's quite a danger. I wouldn't ask you all to necessarily continue to push in if you all would rather turn away. But I hope with your reference from Ilenia, it sounds like you all are up for trying to figure this thing out. Anyways, if I hear anything from Elfrost, I will let you all know. Otherwise, just going to be kind of reflecting and studying over some other findings that I have, see if there's any connections that necromancy room is still just really bizarre, and I'm trying to figure out if there's any connection between that and the Duegar or something else that might be happening. It's a lot to take in.
Indeed. So, perhaps with the day off, maybe we can begin our experiments. Ulrich apparently can use the identify spell, I believe it was. So perhaps we can learn more about the objects.
Just be careful with them. We don't know what kind of enchantment they may behold.
Ghost had her hand up.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I was quiet earlier, trying to give a chance.
Oh, I did it by accident. Sorry. I realized and then I took it away.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, we were trying to be courteous.
I did it by accident earlier too. So perhaps, group, we should consider using today's resources to investigate further into the weapons, since we would be waiting anyways. If we choose to wait another day, what do you all think?
I was just waiting for Bietress to get here so she could be a witness to the craziness that was about to happen. So, yeah, I'm good.
Actually,
Well,
And for the
I
record,
guess I can stay here and help out if anything goes awry. I'm just waiting for Elfrost, where I can go back and study my notes some more and see if I can find some kind of connection. Would you all want me here, or should I go back to my studies?
here, you're safe.
Safety in numbers, especially when experimenting with evil, I guess.
yeah.
And for the record, the book only said I could break the curse attached to the person. Doesn't mean I cure the weapon itself.
That is good knowledge to have.
So I can't like purify them or anything. But we can see what they do.
Potentially. Wilrick, would you be willing to risk yourself for this investigation?
I just not.
Want to die for the cause, or
I
These
know.
safety measures with if Nymphis is able to remove the curse as he's theorizing he can, and if you won't take any harm, you know I can protect you from that at least.
all right. While you're agreeing,
Do not feel
this will-
pressured to do it. It is still your choice.
Dust, can you remind me about the weapons that we have? What types are there again? Is it all like swords or?
Shield,
Yeah,
no.
Sword.
A scimitar.
Yes.
I believe there's a scimitar, a warhammer, a sword, and I have it in my notes somewhere.
I
was
can
it was
find
either
it
3 or 4
for you.
things. I know one
Yeah,
of them was-
it was 2 great axes, 1 hammer, 1 shield.
I was just saying it did get changed after the initial.
Yeah,
He did revise
yeah.
it.
I did change it.
Okay, I might.
It's not the oldest note. There was a revision the following week.
Okay.
I did find it earlier. Give me a second.
Trying to find them all.
Warhammer, scimitar, great axe, short sword.
Oh, you really did change it.
Yes, I did.
Warhammer Great Axe Short Sword, you said?
Warhammer,
Unbelievable
scimitar,
behavior.
great axe, and short sword.
Scimitar. Yes, Miss Moneypenny. I'd like a scimitar, please.
And shield.
And shield.
Because Belto had that in his possession for the.
No, you had that shield, you shieldy boy.
I want to be.
I want
Especially
to
a
use
magic
it.
one. Plus 2 AC plus benefits? Oh, wait a minute. But
I know.
Cursed shield Belta wants.
Yeah, but you guys are over here with your shitty armor classes.
They're back.
Is the guy without any armor at the moment? Or
I have armor. No, I have armor.
Okay.
It
figured
just
you
is
put
not.
Well,
Oh no, I have had it for ages. It's the one I found when we were trying to rescue Xyloth.
Well, before
But it's very janky and not mine. And I want my own back.
before we decide to start exploring with these enchanted items, how dangerous do we think they are?
Well, you were able to resist its effects, but you were the only one that seemed to be attempted to get affected by them. We didn't hold on to them long enough for that to happen. And then Nymphus has been storing them in his space for the meanwhile. To keep them protected to prevent their corruption from affecting any of the rest of us.
I'm good to go grab something. So she trudges off into the path,
wait.
what looks like going back up to her hut. 20 minutes later, she comes back.
Just so I know, during this whole period of time when Nymphus went away and obviously Bietress come back, Xylith, you came and sat next to Julian. Have you done anything?
Xylith has stepped away.
Silas is back. Okay.
Okay. I was going to say, we can take a break real quick.
I know. Sorry, I had to step away for a second.
That's fine.
No. Xylus was just sitting next to you.
You've done nothing.
Done
Okay,
nothing.
No worries.
Just
Cool.
sitting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay, so while she walked away to go grab something, I look over at everybody and, all right, Panda, you stand here. Julian, do you want to join us?
We're not starting until she's back.
I know, but we're getting in a position where we can
Who's
grab
Panda?
each. I mean,
The-
Ulrich, over here, main.
Where exactly have you positioned Wilric?
We're gonna put Ulrich in the center area.
Wonderful. So Julian has the ability to get to Wilric.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So
That's fine.
we're gonna circle.
Circle
Oh,
will
Julian's
work.
gonna stay. Julian's gonna stay exactly where he is. Thanks very much. Then.
Within 10 feet, you'd say?
Oh, definitely within 10 feet. I reckon you'd even say 5 feet.
And then I will be
think 10
behind
feet.
Ulrich with my hand ready to uncurse him.
Okay. After 20 minutes or so,
Waiting for Beatrice.
Beatrice comes back.
We're just running over a game plan to what we'll do if anything.
No, you're good.
The bit just comes back and we're going.
Oh, okay.
But you've not yet taken the items out yet, correct, Nymphus?
No, not yet.
Until now. Anything else you all want to set up before she comes back?
I will set a Vigilant Blessing on Nymphus.
Ooh, what does that do? Let me see.
You have advantage on initiative rolls if it happens.
Oh, why the fuck not?
Thank you. Buff me up, guys. Alright, she's back. I start pulling out these weapons.
Okay, yep, she gets back. You go in, I believe you put them in a box, right? You wrap them up and put them in a box.
Mhm.
Okay, so you bring that out of your ring. She comes back with a scroll and utters an incantation on the scroll. Who's magically proficient?
Not me.
Nymphus is.
Yeah, okay. Nymphus, roll.
Basically, anyone with proficiency in Arcana, I think it's just Nymphus. Maybe Wilric.
No, Wilric's not. Nymphus, roll me a Arcana check.
Arcana check?
Yes, please.
Alright, 18 plus 5.
Okay. You recognize this is kind of an abjuration spell that she just uttered at at 4th level. Some kind of spell scroll that vanishes once she utters the incantation. And you get the sense that this place is kind of now protected in a way.
All right, Warwick. Choose your poison.
I've got
He goes
the
over the
right
sword. He's
response.
like, sword? No. Oh, shit. Scimitar? Ah, man, choices. Does this match my purse?
So, Rorik, you see Nymphis lay out the weapons on the ground without trying to touch them with the cloth that they were wrapped in. Which one do you pick up?
Oh, I'll go for the scimitar.
Scimitar. Okay.
He's gonna kill us all.
The second Wilwick touches it, Julian will cast Divine Sense. And I will try. I'm trying to get it up there for you, so you can actually see.
Yep, I see it.
Okay, bravo. Are you here? Okay, cool, wonderful. I will cast Divine
I'm
Sense.
standing by the guidance.
Okay. As soon as you touch the weapon, Panda, I need you to make.
Panda.
Sorry, Wilrick. I need you to make a.
I'm just gonna actually try and get it up so everyone else can see what it is as well. Beyond 20. There we go. So
Oh, there it
now
is.
everyone can see what
Wisdom
it was.
saving
There we go.
throw.
You will have +2 from being in Paladin Aura.
And no, +4. +4.
Oh, +4, sorry. So,
Yeah, so it's a 16. $16.
16.
Mm-hmm. Dust is like, shit, I only rolled a 15. Fuck.
Okay.
Let me re-roll with
You have.
advantage.
Julian, you instantly detect that there is an evil presence within the scimitar, and actually all of the weapons that are on the ground.
But has that now passed on to Wilrick? Do I detect that? Has it
I
gone to
I haven't
Wilrick, or
gotten
is it
there
just
yet.
the
I
weapons?
haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, sorry, I apologize.
Let me finish describing that. I need a
Sorry.
wisdom check from you, Julian.
Standard wisdom. It's natural. It's a nat 20.
Okay. Okay.
I love this. Just like, I've put him in a place.
So odor. Okay, so you don't necessarily know the specifics.
Reveal your secrets.
In addition to the evil presences that you get from the weapons, there's another presence in here.
But I don't know where.
Correct.
Okay. Inside the cave or the area?
Inside the cave.
Inside the cave. Okay.
Oh, this is messed up.
I mean, you can. It's within a 60-foot radius, right? Or sphere.
So
So it's within the sphere, yeah.
It's within the sphere of my divine sense. Cool, yes. Wonderful. At that point, that Julian is going to feel it. Julian is going to immediately leap up and place both his paws on Wilrick, knock the scimitar out of his hands, and pin Wilrick to the floor. Or attempt to, anyway.
Okay.
Julian, what are you doing?
And this is at the touch of it.
As soon as Wilrick has picked it up.
Identify has a chance to go off.
Absolutely.
That takes a minute at minimum if he spends a spell.
Absolutely. The second.
So Rubik, as you pick up the scimitar, you get a slight sensation before you're immediately like grappled, and you feel the scimitar trying to leave your grasp before it clatters to the floor.
Julian, what did you sense?
Everything.
Beatrice looks like he was like, whoa, 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 whoa! I thought this was the plan. What's going on?
Yeah, where is? By the way, I was
No.
literally behind Warwick with my hands on his back, ready
Oh,
to.
well, okay, wait.
Ready
So
to-
when
I
you,
mean, I imagine Julian was on his side, kind of like.
Yeah, well, you said we were in a circle, so unless I was literally facing directly opposite you,
Okay.
I would have.
all right,
I kind of
so
envisioned him off to the
that
side.
happening. Is he just going that way? And I'm just like, what the? You know, he's pushed the shunt aside. Falls
I
on
thought
all
the whole
weapons.
point of what we're doing is to see what happens. Why
Yeah. What did
why
you
are we
sense?
stopping?
There is evil here.
I mean, we kind of got the
Yeah,
sense that's
just-
what the weapons are, right?
Not just here with those. There is something else here.
Activates detect magic, looks around.
The second that weapon was touched, it was not just those 4 weapons. There was something else in this area.
Detect.
and then Julian will look directly back at Wilwick, stare down at Wilwick, and say,
I don't trust him.
Hang on, let's let's get this detect magic first.
Sorry, Wilwick.
It has to be a visible creature or object that bears.
Warwick's very agitated right now.
You
That's good. That's good.
Beyond what I've seen of the weapons before, slash what my
aside from
carries,
your
including the
aside from the normal stuff that you would expect to be magical, like Niphysis Ring, the other items that you have, there's nothing else magical that you detect.
I don't see anything else magical here.
There is. I know it. Whether it's him or her,
And points at Beatrice.
there's something wrong here.
Is
Julian,
Julian okay?
Julian's hackles are fully up. There is something really, really wrong right now.
Okay. Deep breaths, everybody. Deep breaths.
You're certain something's here, Julian?
If something's
Something is here.
I'm gonna switch what I have active. I'm gonna spend a spell slot. See invisibility. Anything invisible in the area?
Nope.
Nymphis is going to
What if I
start
just, like,
wrapping
shift
up.
from like a slight purple to like a faded blue instead? There's nothing invisible here either. Nothing magical. How confident are you in what you sense, Julian?
I'm
This is a
not
normal spell slot.
wrong.
Can Nymphis start wrapping up all the weapons real quick and to reset everything? So
Sure.
nothing-
Yeah.
Wolverine? Are you okay?
Yeah, Wilwick's still pinned underneath me.
Yeah.
I'm very agitated, like very.
He's not saying
like,
anything, so we're just
I'm just like fed. I'm on the floor, fed up and exasperated by
Head up.
constantly.
Julian, how about you get off of him for now?
You're the only
Like
one,
I said,
Julian.
I don't
And
see
Beatrice
anything
says
on
this.
him.
You're the only one, Julian, that seems to be having a negative reaction to what's going on, and we all agreed to doing this. What's going on? I'm about to
Julian will
suspect you're the one that's
stare.
having.
Hold up. No, we're not pointing fingers right this moment. His senses went off. We should just hear him out and understand.
Those weapons are evil.
You got
I
that.
thought
We've
I
established.
thought they would be evil, but only them. But there is something else in this place that is evil, and I don't know where or what it is, but there is something else.
Could it
I
be?
just attempted to detect magic, and I also just used what power I have to see invisibility as well. I can't see anything.
Then you're missing it.
Get very agitated and basically-
Julian, we're not attacking you, or we're just trying to understand what's going on. So you're saying
You say
it's a
there's
more of a.
Point it out.
At this point, like Julian's claws are almost cutting into Wilwick because they're out. There's
Let's
almost.
will pull you off of Wilbert at this point.
Yeah, Xylus is gonna come in and try to, like,
Absolutely, yep.
like not grab Julian, but like try to just put my hands on Julian to calm him down.
Ooh, okay. Oh,
I am gently trying to be like, come on, let's just move
Ju-
off.
like
now.
Julian,
wait,
it's okay.
who is touching Julian?
I am.
This is Kate.
Belto and
And Xylus.
Um,
Xylith.
Could you both please roll animal handling with advantage?
With advantage.
Okay.
With advantage, yes.
Dust, you okay with
Do the
this?
second roll.
Yep, I know what he's doing.
All right.
I know what
Okay.
Julian's doing. Yep.
14 for me.
Oh, I got 3. Great.
Right.
Or 6, I guess.
What
Yeah.
happens with
Yeah.
that roll? Let me go check. Hang on. Let me go check this chat.
Oh boy. After finishing wrapping up the items there, I'll follow suit with everybody else. Not touch
Okay.
Julian, but
All right.
I'm going.
Go ahead, Julian.
looking-
So, can you remind me whether the number was 15 or 12, please?
We're in
I-
danger.
Oh, I thought this was a
I
different
genuinely
thing.
can't I generally can't remember if it was 15 or 12 here. I have a feeling it's 12. I
Could
think
also
it's
scale
12.
things based off of your opinion, because this is
I-
your territory.
Check Discord.
I-
Check Discord. I want
I-
to make sure we're on the same page.
Can I quickly go toilet? Sorry.
Yes, without a doubt. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I
I
would
thought
have
we
said
said.
12 personally.
Hang on. Let me check. Let me
I
check.
would have thought I would have thought scale up by 4 would be the best way to do it. Scale up by 4, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. I couldn't remember if it was 15.
I'm
when
checking.
that was the
Hang
thing.
on.
That or threes.
Sorry, folks.
Hey,
Above
This
game
is why I
meta
do
stuff. That I'm trying to go back and remember what we said.
because I know mine is 12, but I don't know what everyone else's is.
I was gonna say it's your territory. You can choose the scale.
Like in my head, I thought it was 12, but I have a feeling it might have been 15.
I don't remember if we.
It's your territory. Go with what you feel, man.
You okay
Yeah,
with that,
that's
Dust?
fine. Oh, I
Okay,
found
so-
it. I found it. 15.
It was
Damn,
15.
alright.
Okay. Okay. I thought it was 15. In
We're
which
in danger.
case, perfect. Wait, how did I miss?
I
that?
missed it
Yeah,
too.
thought
I
it
missed
was.
it too.
Right. Okay. Well, wonderful. So at this point, Julian will feel both touches and lash out just with claws, but will lash out and use attack as unarmed strike on both Xylith and Belto.
Roll for attack.
That was a 14 for Belto, as Belto was
Yes.
first.
Scrapes off my armor.
And that was a 16 for Xylith.
Matches.
Matches, yeah.
That is 4 bludgeoning damage that is done to Xylith then.
Warwick kind of got a bigger blanket.
Sorry, I am freezing. I
At
forgot
this point,
when I had a
Bietress is
shower
going to
after
come
work.
now, tackle you, and try to pull you away.
I was gonna say the attack wouldn't stop Belta. Belta would, on his turn, attempt to continue pulling away.
Okay, yep,
That
that's
was
absolutely fine.
But let's let the Beatrice thing resolve first.
Yep.
So she tries to grapple you.
Yep. What may I use to
Use
miss?
athletics or dexterity.
Athletics or
acrobatics,
acrobatics to
yeah.
escape a grapple.
Acrobatics, escape, wonderful. That is a 12.
Okay, well she got a 17. So
Okay.
she has you grappled.
Okay, Julian will be very, very agitated, but obviously is grappled, but will be struggling.
Let's just all calm down here before we make any other rash decisions. And she's basically holding on to Julian, looking at you all to
Like
make
come
sure-
get him.
Julia.
well, just like making
We
sure
have
everything,
these safety
everyone else
measures in
is
place.
Oh,
is
like,
okay.
calm down. Yeah.
And
Can I go help Ulrich up?
Julian, are you going to resist and try to break, or are you just gonna?
Oh, Julian is trying to resist. Yes, Julian is
Okay.
resisting.
So she's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
she's gonna
Yeah.
call
Yeah,
out.
what's going on?
Can you all help me get your friend here under control?
Yep.
Yeah.
Trying.
Can I go
Violet
help
will
Ulrich
get
out?
up and run over again to Beatrice and try to hold Julian.
Okay, let's roll initiative, please.
Nimbus has advantage.
I was trying to say, can I help Ulrich up?
Yeah, you did. You did say that a few times.
Let's go.
Yes, you may do that.
Okay, because I wanted to do something else while I helped him up.
All right, 10 for Julian.
10 for me as well.
Oh, rolling initiative. Oh shit. Yeah, 19 plus 4. Oh, I got advantage, right?
No,
I
not
could
for
roll again?
initiative.
No, because I gave him Vigilance Blessing. He has an.
Oh, okay.
advantage.
Yes, that
Okay.
was that was fun.
Chance of
At
a
the
nat
start of-
20.
That's why
Okay.
I don't have it.
Was it
Before
30?
I fucked everything up.
I can do that every initiative.
So 19 plus 4. Just
23.
23.
Okay. Belta,
Yep.
what'd you have?
19.
Bilrick, what'd you have?
I had 7.
7. Okay. All right. Nifis, as you pull Wilrick to his feet, you have the floor.
While I'm still touching Ulrich, I believe 100% in Julian that something is amiss, but I believe Velto said there's no person here, there's no sense of magic or anything like that. So Nymphis has an idea, and he's going to can activate what he already had ready to activate and just touch Org anyway, and that's the to remove curse
Remove curse. Okay.
to see if anything happens.
Flip the spell, send it.
And
I'm sending it
Belto,
here now.
you're
Yeah.
also in this round. I forget I'm doing group initiative, so it's you and Nifis this round.
But I'm letting Nimbus
Yep,
take care of his
that's
thing
fine.
for now.
Remove curse. Okay. As you touch Wilrick, you don't feel anything change about him.
It was just a mist of maybe something's attached to him that he doesn't know.
Yep, I got you. Yeah, you don't get like you try to do remove curse. You're touching Wilrick, right?
Yes.
No visible effect
So if he has-
or no reaction that you would expect when you do remove curse of a feeling or anything happens.
Yeah, if there's anything attuned to him or anything at the moment, it should be undone.
No, I got you.
Okay, that's it. And I'm helping him up as I do so.
Okay.
See, Julian, we had this on standby. He just removed if there was anything. Calm down. Tell us what you sensed.
Julian is just like he's out of breath. He's just like he can barely even like be cognitive at this point after he was touched like during the stage, and he's just constantly going to like just basically screaming evil at this point. It's going, "It's evil!
Evil! Evil!
Evil.
You're being incoherent. So... Why? Why are you behaving this way? Yes, it is evil. We know this.
So Julian, it's your and Xyla's turn. You can try to break free if you.
That is what Julian would try
Okay.
and do, is break free from the grapple. Initially. That's definitely the action that Julian would try.
So your athletics or acrobatics check.
Sorry, I'm being stupid. Thank you. Acrobatics. We'll go with athletics this time. 10.
9. You break free of Beatrice's grapple.
Okay. At this point, Julian.
Wait, I was helping
It's more-
Beatrice. Does that matter or no?
With advantage potentially. Yes, you might get advantage on your roll. That's the only thing.
All good,
But you
all
get
good.
advantage.
Yeah, then you'd be assisting. Yeah. Okay, that's a 19.
Okay, so
Just
it
a-
fails. Yep, that's fine. Julian is still very much still struggling, becoming more and more senseless and effectively more and more feral at this point. Eyes are becoming almost, contracted pupils. Just looking more like just like a feral wolf at this point.
Xylith, anything to do?
Can I try to... I don't know what the right thing is. Like, maybe insight Julian?
You can,
Is
you can
that
do an
what it
insight
is?
check, sure.
Just to see what's going on? Okay. Let me do that. These rolls do
7.
not like me today.
As far as you know, he's reacting to something, but you have no idea what, and if what he's reacting to is something legitimate or something that he's manifesting on his own, or if he's going crazy or what. You have no idea what's going on with Julian.
Okay.
Okay, so it's Wilrick and Beatrice's turn. She's going to cast Lesser Restoration on you just in case there's something going on.
Okay.
You can throw that into chat if you would like.
I could do it from here, but I guess I can't. There we go.
Oh,
Thank
here
you.
it is.
But yeah, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
which wouldn't apply to you, but she's going to try it anyways.
Of course, yeah, no worries, yeah. No problem. Yeah.
And she
It's-
after getting the sense that it didn't work, it's like, what's going on? What is wrong with you? And just continues to hold you until you calm down.
Yeah. It's just kind of like, it's the struggles of something that basically just wants to be let go now. It's effectively like an animal. Julian is effectively an animal at this point. Just wants to be let go. I don't think Julian will do any more damage, but Julian wants to be let go.
Yeah.
At this point.
Wilrick?
After getting helped up by Nymphus, I thank him and like, I'm tired of people going for me. And then I just further myself away from Julian and just sit away so he can calm down.
Okay. Belto Nymphus?
Bietress, let
Between
go of him,
the group right at the moment, I've already done what I could. I just... Let's see, what can I do? I don't
You're figuring
sense.
that out.
Yeah, it's like the only thing I can do right now is like dispel magic, but there's not magic happening, what we don't know of yet to do anything. And
I
he's
told you there's nothing to that magic.
yeah. So
Did Nymphis
there's-
already put away all of the stuff?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
okay.
wrapped it up.
Wrapped it
Uh,
up,
uh,
yeah.
So it's just straight away.
Just
Okay.
wrapped it
Yes,
up.
wrapped
yeah.
it up. It might not be in the ring, but it's
Right,
wrapped
correct.
It's wrapped up.
yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So Belta will let go of Julian. I wasn't rolling the grapple just because I had said thematically I was like, hey, come on, but not like.
So were you still touching Julian and on your last turn at that point? Even after the attack?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
I said he would not have let go. But,
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
but he will have let go at this point, circled round, interposed himself between Wilric and Julian. Stay in front of Julian, not touch him. Bietress let go of him.
She lets go.
And Belta
it
will
would be.
position to block if you were to charge, but
Would it be Xylith or myself going next?
You all are in the same
I'm
turn.
gonna let Xylith go first.
So Beatrice let go of him.
Yes.
Bietress has let go.
I'm currently interposed between Julian and the direction he would have to
And
take to
will
go.
okay. I'll let go too then.
Anything else?
And then I'll see where Belto is, and I'll go stand next to Belto, kind of forming a wall to Wilric. And I'll just be like, what the hell are you trying to do here? Because he already attacked us. And then I'll just, like, look back at Wilric, make sure he's in it.
Okay, at that point then, Julian will stare with, like, his fur's crazy at this point. Eyes are, wet. They're almost streaming with tears, and he will just make a break for the door and run.
Well, so much for that plan.
It's something I'm tempted to do.
What
so much
is
trouble.
going on here?
Do I do it?
Is he normally like this?
There's something bugging him as of late. Not sure. He hasn't said anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and put these away for now, because if these being out here in the open is causing that much issue, we shouldn't have them out. I guess I'm gonna do that.
Well, I
gonna
brought
start
this spell out
steps.
because I thought we were trying to do some investigative work on
Yeah.
him. Should we just try it without him here? Kind of a waste of a
But he
4th level spell scroll if I'm not going to do anything with it.
agreed. The 4th tier. Oh, gods.
Yeah, I'm supposed to use this in emergency situations, and I kind of made an exception here to use this.
Let's do it. I hate to do it without the full party's consent, but let's do it. If Wilric is willing.
I chime up like, if any of you dare to attack me like Julian, I will. No, this is me being. I will defend myself.
Absolutely. The worst
I-
I shall do is attempt to grapple you away from it. And provide an opportunity for the others to remove any affliction that you would fall under if you do.
I'm more kind of to Belto, but I'll make myself clear to everyone that I always use fireball not to shoot off, but in my hand, like, you dare, I will. Because I'm really agitated. I was taken down by Julian after all that keeps going off. I'll carry on. Then.
Before we do.
Wait, if we're all this hostile and intense right at this moment, I don't think it's a good idea.
We
to
need
be-
to do this.
Yeah.
I understand, but we could do it at a different time. If
Well,
everyone's intense, maybe that weapon is going to take advantage of your emotional state and then turn us all into enemies right off the bat.
Bietress, how much time is left on that spell?
It lasts for a day.
Okay.
We have time if we need to take a break and recuperate.
Yeah, everyone should cool their heads. Is what I like to say.
When Wilrick is ready to proceed, I am.
Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Am I over?
No, you made sense.
That's fine.
The
Just
only concern right now is Julian and Wilrick. Those are the main concerns.
Mhm.
Julian's run off. Hopefully he cools his head, and when he returns later, it'll be more level. Perhaps now is our time to focus on this. If you
I'm gonna store
still
these then.
apply the removal.
I'm gonna store these. We're gonna store these. Take a little break.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, we're gonna store these and we're gonna take a break and then we'll come back to them.
How long?
Maybe an hour or two.
I say I'll cool off quite quickly. It was just immediate reaction after being pinned down by Julian, so I'll cool down within like an hour, easily.
Here, have some cheese.
I'm
Where'd you get that from?
It's
Oh,
right
hey!
there. I offered a lot of cheese to.
Yeah.
There's food here.
I'm saying it's a joke because I thought you gave him the whole thing earlier. But yeah, it's all good.
All right, so Nymphis will first store the weapons back
In the ring?
and in the ring, and then he's going to step out of the cave as well.
okay.
Since we're going to be taking a break in character, and everyone's, and especially with Nymphis saying that people are like, or on edge and such, I'm going to use my channel divinity to do the Twilight Sanctuary bubble, and I can end one effect causing charm or frighten, so I'll just attempt to apply that on everyone first, and then just provide temporary HP on top of that. So we have a minute of just like, relax, dim light.
Yeah, while you did that, I probably already stepped out, so...
It's 30 feet, I would have caught you on the way out.
Lulu? Health bar. Extra.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Can I look for Julian? No, yeah, I would like to look for Julian.
Okay. You step out. Julian, I'm assuming you made a mad dash out, right?
Yes, correct. Yes, there's basically just running in one direction. There's no particular direction.
Would you have
just straight
stopped?
out and not immediately, no.
You go outside Nymphis. You do not see any sign of Julian at the outset. You're looking all around where.
No, can I look for like footprints or anything? Like if he's dashing, he's being reckless.
Survival
at the moment,
check.
So I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
he's-
yeah.
Survival check.
100%.
I'll say survival check with
Julian's not trying to
advantage.
hide his tracks.
Ooh, vintage.
Not trying to hide his tracks or anything.
Thank you for the advantage because it was a 10 on one and then a 19 on the other. So +2. So 21.
What's that?
What direction are you running in, Julian?
Would have just been straight out, and whatever would be the same direction as the cave faces.
Right. So you see hoof prints, not hoof prints. Not
Hoof?
hoof prints. Paw prints.
Gerald,
Paw
did
prints.
you spy on us?
you go?
Paw prints.
Gerald, I knew you were part of this.
And took
Paw prints just immediately running straight into the woods.
How far would that have been? How far would you say he has gone since I
You do not see
quickly
him
put
in
things
sight.
away? So okay,
You see some broken branches and other bent over.
I'll make my way towards that way. I'll try to at least see.
I would say how much time has passed since Julian left?
At least 2 minutes.
Just the 12
At
seconds.
least.
At least 2 minutes.
Well, with
Then-
all the
then-
discussion
then
you all
Julian-
had, it's at least 2 minutes.
Fair.
I thought it was.
Then Julian would have been going, I would say, 35 feet every turn. So if we're doing that, I would say
Would
Julian
it be
is
walking
gone.
speed, right? So if you're running, it'd be dash.
Well, even more dash. So yeah, it would be 70 feet per turn. I would say at this point.
Plus momentum gives you the extra 5 feet.
Yeah, sure, we'll do that too.
knowing that
Yeah,
he's
there's
Steve.
there is no chance that you see Julian.
No.
Right.
No. You'll wait out there then, by the cave a little bit. Just wait and watch.
Okay.
But I will
Taking
also
our short
note
rest.
that, huh? Yeah,
Since we're
technically,
taking an hour short rest now.
yeah. I would also note that the evil sensing and he pinned Warwick, so something evil with Warwick ? And then, yeah, notebook.
Okay. Julian, how far are you running?
Let's do
I think it's really doesn't come back by the end of the short rest of an hour.
Oh no.
I don't think he's coming.
I'm gonna roll to find out. A 5. Okay, so I would say that I ran for 5 minutes then.
Okay.
Ooh,
So-
another shiny Mankey.
So I would say I've
I'm
gone
not getting lucky at all.
a minimum of,
Hang on, I got it. I can
I would say
calculate.
probably a half a mile to a mile into the woods at this point. And then I stop.
You are completely surrounded by woods and leaves, like stuff kind of fall time, winter time ish type of surroundings. You've run far enough to where you see a little bit more of the wild elemental effects again that had dissipated over by the cave where you were. And it's just isolation around you.
At this point, Julian will basically just collapse on the floor and effectively just start, pining would be the best way to do it. I wouldn't say crying, but pining.
Okay. What's everyone else doing? Just sitting waiting around?
Is Beatrice still there?
I mean, yeah, Bietress is still there because she's holding. Well, she's here to be helpful for the spell, I guess. But
Well, if everyone's
I'm
taking a
still
break,
gonna-
she's like, if no one else is talking or it's doing anything, she's just gonna go back to her hut.
It's gonna be a short rest of an hour, so we'll try again
Okay.
in an hour if everybody is willing, or we can try at any point. As long as Nymphus, do you still have enough energy that you could continue if we were to start sooner than an hour? But that's up to all of us.
So can I do a short rest here? Short rest.
Short
That
rest
would
would be
take
the
the
hour.
hour.
Yeah.
It'll only be replenishing my hit die, not really my spells. So
You're a warlock, you would get your spell slots back.
I would. Okay. Cool. I'll do it.
Warlocks get spell slots back on a short rest.
Yay! Yes.
But we're not taking it right now, or we're not at the end of the hour. I'm asking, do we want to try again within an hour, or wait the full
I
hour
said
first?
2. I said 2 hours earlier to give like maybe a chance of someone coming back.
And that's why I'm asking, are we waiting for Julian to come back before we try this? But we have a day because of the spell that Bietress said that she used.
Yeah, we have time,
But that's
so I'm
highly
not rushing.
useless.
I get it, and we have some time for a day. So I would say give him some time.
So we are waiting to see if
Oh.
Julian comes back before trying again?
I'll feel more comfortable doing it without Julian. But if we're not going to carry on without Julian, then I will bear with it if Julian comes back. But do your best to keep him away from me.
But he's our.
The-
Why
If he
is
comes
there?
back to join us on this, we're going to set some rules of him not leaping at you like that, and I'm going to stand between you two.
Me too.
Why would he think something like that to you, Ulrich? You have any idea?
I shake my head. No,
He's
like I've been.
Just that there was something extra here.
something here. Like you guys
Extra
saw him. He
here.
was.
I detected both magic and invisibility. I could not sense anything.
What could he
If
sense
we're-
that we can't?
He sensed evil, right? Can
That's
anybody
all I
else
could
sense
scream.
evil?
I tried to get him to clarify, but he just wouldn't.
Seems like Julian's the one that's cursed, not Wilrick.
Can anybody else sense evil?
I'd have to check my spell list.
Beatrice just
Because
has
it
detect
require a long
magic.
rest for me to swap that out.
Bietress doesn't have good and evil. It might just be Julian that has it.
It is. It's a paladin sense, I think.
I could, but it would take 8 hours.
Which we have.
Well.
I would have to swap out my spell list.
We have
That's
24
only done on the
hours.
cleric's long rest, I believe.
We have
Well.
24 hours.
A little less than 23 now.
Oh,
We weren't
23
planning to do this
hours.
today until after we woke up, so I could not, even though we did have the long rest, I was not going to meta and retroactively change my spell list.
But now we have a reason to.
But because we finished
but
the
you
long
can't- you-
rest, we have to wait
Yeah.
until the next morning, not just 8 hours. You can only take one long rest within a 24-hour period.
Hmm.
And now that the spell is active, we would have between the morning and whenever Beatrice casted that spell as our window left if we wait the whole 8 hours. I don't think we should. Especially since we can get more removed curses on short rests.
That's even if it works. We don't know.
We don't know. But the most I would be able to do would be to detect evil and good.
Why not Xylith?
Not a spellcaster.
No, why can't Xylith
Identify.
touch the weapon?
I was going to identify them.
Good.
You have to touch the weapon to identify?
The object
Yes.
that you want to
Yeah.
identify, you have
Yeah.
to touch it.
You have to touch it.
Or person or object, yeah.
It needs, yeah.
Wouldn't-
To just like remove curse or something like that, it needs to be touched.
But wouldn't
It's
it
not
also-
Identify is listed in the chat.
Yeah, I got you. But wouldn't it also, if it's a curse that's trying to affect the mind, wouldn't it mess up the identify? Can both shoot off at the same time?
If it does interrupt, we don't know. We didn't have a chance, and it depends. Wilrick, did you feel any different before and after Nymphus casted that spell?
I don't think you noticed
No.
that I cast a spell.
Well, I saw you
You
try
were-
to cast a spell.
I lifted you
Yeah.
up, and I released the spell after I lifted you up. Did you see?
Did you feel any different?
No, you did not put it in there.
I felt no different.
I did fit the pit remove
It's
curse.
verbal
okay.
and semantic, so you
Oh.
said enchantments and made
Okay.
spell gestures to
Okay.
cast it. You're not a meta magic sorcerer.
My bad. Take it back.
You need to multitask it or take the feat first.
One thing whilst all this stuff is going on, Jack, Julian will also
Jack?
Julian will also do divine sense on his local surrounding where he is away.
Okay.
Got eyes on you.
Yeah, you can see the Pokeball reflection in my glasses. I just
In here.
realized that.
Knocking it out, guys.
Using
I-
divine using divine sense, you don't get any good or evil sense where you're at.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Wonderful. Nothing. Cool. Perfect. It's just something that had to be done in Julian's mind.
I wish that me and Julian could be best friends forever. Frolic through the meadows.
Tiptoe
So before
through the
Beatrice wanders
forest.
So we're going to resume this in an hour or two?
2.
2?
3.
I think
5.
an hour. I vote 1 hour.
I'm fine with an hour.
Taking a long enough break to recover.
The sooner we get this done, the better. There's no point in drawing it out longer than we need to. There's clearly something going on with everybody, especially with Julian, so I think we just need to find out what the hell is going on and get it over with.
Especially since we are spending our magical resources to try to investigate this.
Yeah.
Are we going to back down, or are we going to continue? If we're going to continue, I say we take the hour break, but then we should focus on doing what we can while we have resources.
As long as you magical folk get your stuff back in this 1 hour, then I'm okay.
I
Bietress.
will not.
All right, I'm taking a short
Let's
rest.
keep pushing forward.
Okay.
So we're taking a 1 hour short
Yeah.
rest,
Yeah.
and Beatrice is informed of this, so that she can choose to either return and rejoin us for that, or stay at her hut.
And we'll find out what happens next time.
Oh, come on.
I'm not sure how long this is going to go for, and we only got 30 minutes left before I need to call it quits. And it could last a lot longer than that.
Yeah, I think it might.
We can go for a whole 30 minutes. We're having so much fun.
I
It's
know,
so
but we'll be
long.
back next week.
Yes, next week
Yeah.
indeed.
We'll be back next week.
Do we apply the short rest now or wait?
You can go ahead and apply the short rest.
I already did.
You go ahead and
Okay,
apply
I
the short
did.
rest.
I sure as shit ain't getting a short rest, that's for damn sure.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's good to have the gang back. Not how I was expecting today to go, but
Me neither.
yeah,
The family's falling apart.
you're tearing this family apart.
Don't forget to spend 1 hit die on the short rest to heal yourself.
Grandpa Julian is gone.
Grandpa Julian.
Instead of Sensu Bean, it's Cheesy Bite.
Cheesy night.
All right. Well, for those watching on Twitch or watching the VOD, thank you for bearing with us while we were away for a few months. We will be back next week and possibly 3 more times before the end of the year with how people have voted. So thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.
Bye.